Hey guys, it's Flutter here and welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today I'm going to go through days 25 to 30 of my journeys on my island called Mootopia. There's a bunch of stuff happening in these couple of 5 days and yeah, it's going to be a long video. So hopefully you are excited to see what has happened on my island, and what you see now is not going to be here in a week. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Hello there everyone! Right now in Mootopia it's 3:11 p.m. on Monday, April 13th. Now for today's announcements, we have a new friend on our island. Let's give a big Mootopian welcome to Broccolo! It makes me so happy to have a new friend on the island. That's all for now. I hope you all enjoy the loveliest of lovely days. And let the lovely days begin as, well, this week is going to be off to a relatively slow start. I first changed it to my armor before I open up my mailbox, which is filled with the normal Nook shopping and Nook ink, miles, whatnot. But also, Rudy decided to give me a letter telling me that he won a triathlon, which is pretty nice. After that, I decided to check out on all my villagers, and ACNH was deciding to play hide and seek behind a tree. Obviously, she wasn't, and she decided to give me a Project KK gift, which was a handcart. Some pretty strong vibes. And of course, when I have to talk about villagers, I also have to talk about a villager that I don't like. The 10th villager that moved in was named Broccolo, and he decided to claim the plot on Bunny Day, which didn't really help. He came from Aquaria to Umi's island, and let's just say that I wasn't really happy that consequently all of this was happening at the same exact time. So yeah, Broccolo is another person that I want to remove from the island along with the puke-colored hippo. Next up, I decided to go to Isabel to check my town rating. It's only at 2 stars right now, but I do plan on getting that extra 3rd star so I can get KK Slider to come onto my island. And of course, the thing that she recommends is flowers because she cannot get enough of those stupid dang flowers. Also, Flick was in town, which is pretty sweet. Gotta get that money from selling them bugs. Continuing on my stroll to track down villagers, I decided to check on Deli, who was in his house crafting a deer decoration. And of course with this, he decided to teach it with me via DIY recipe. I also stopped by at the Able Sisters to talk to Sable, and she also told me a really intriguing story. And with Sable being the head topic of today, I decided to add her to Mootopia via Amiibo card. This is the only Amiibo card that I have, as it came with Happy Home Designer when I bought the game a few months earlier. Personally, I think she's the best special NPC character because she's more chilled and laid back compared to the other engaging special NPCs that are engaged with the player for most of the game, like Isabel. Later, I was able to buy her poster because I did add her to Mootopia. Next up is day 26. Good evening, everyone! Right now in Mootopia, it's 10:28 p.m. on Tuesday, April 14th. There really isn't any news to speak of today. Hey, did anyone else watch that variety show on TV yesterday? The stand-up comedian they had on was fantastic. I laughed for an hour straight. It was kind of painful. Oh dear. There I go again, prattling on about my personal TV habits. Sorry, folks. And with that, I'll get back to work supporting you in your enjoyment of our island. And now it's time to start a brand new nightly journey in Animal Crossing New Horizons. It's always fun to balance out what happens in the day and night and when you want to play the game because it's vastly different throughout the day. Opening up my letters from the mail, I got Sable's poster and it looks absolutely stunning and fits my wall perfectly. Hopefully the Happy Home Academy loves it. With that, I decided to check on villagers, and unfortunately, Deli caught the hippo virus. I should have bought my stupid dang mask. and I quickly go on a journey to get him medicine, because Hippo's disgusting. Before I got medicine, I had to solve Rooney's disputes because he wanted to move away. It was a little bit disappointing because he's one of the newer villagers to move onto my island, and he's one of my favorites and the only good kangaroo villager in my opinion. I did tell him to stay because I really wanted him to see the island grow, and this definitely encourages me to continue on planting even more flowers to get that 3-star rating. Anyways, getting back on track, I decided to give Deli the medicine that I bought for him, and he even gave me a gift as well, just like Rhonda did, except it's a relay tank instead of a whole entire bone costume. Later on, I decided to build a fence around Hippo's house because, well, I need to torture him somehow. He did have a fence there earlier, I just wanted it to make it look more pleasing because I don't want my eyes to be hurt by my own fencing. Also, Gulliver decided to wash up to shore again, and of course, I completed his communicator parts quest. Also going around the island, I saw Rooney and Hopkins talking to each other with a very interesting subject in mind. Take a look. After that, I decided to check on my star rating for the town because I literally planted so many flowers that my brain physically hurt. And indeed, that 3rd star is mine along with 50 more pictures on my photo album on my Switch. And so, a new cutscene started. Allow me to read an excerpt from the feedback that I gathered. Mootopia, man. Hearing about how chill it is, I'd go if I had the chance. KS. Well, there you have it. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Am I hallucinating, or was that feedback signed by KS? Yes, there is. Very clear. KS, and the penmanship is quite striking, if I do say so myself. Could it be? Can it be? It must be. That message is from the one and only KK Slider. What? I can't believe it. We've finally achieved our goal of bringing our island to the attention of the KK Slider. Not only that, but he said he's looking for an excuse to visit. Then what are we waiting for? Yes, let's offer him the chance to hold a concert on our shores. Strike while the iron is hot, they say. Ah, hello. Do I have the pleasure of speaking with a Mr. KK Slider? Yes, I'm with Nuke Inc. located on Mootopia. Yes, indeed we did. We greatly appreciate your valuable feedback. That's actually why I'm calling. If you're truly interested in visiting Mr. Slider, we'd be happy to host you and your musical stylings. Yes, quite. I see. Oh my, you mean? Thank you so much. Yes, I'll be sure to mail you all the details straight away. The entire island will be looking forward to it. Thank you again. Yes, talk to you soon. So, what did he say? He'll do the concert. That's right. KK Slider is coming here. Amazing. Congratulations, sir. Oh no, the capitalism is real. He could be as soon as tomorrow, but he has to check his schedule, of course. Floda. Can you believe it? We finally turned a goal into a reality. We finally spread the news of the concert via our island broadcast system. I do hope you'll be in attendance, Floda. You simply must hear KK play. Yes, you must. And with that, This island is going to turn into something so beautiful that even I can't even handle it. Let the joy continue. And let's begin the KK concert. Good morning, everyone! Right now, Mootopia, it's 11:20 a.m. on Wednesday, April 15th. Now, today I have one very special announcement. The incredible, amazing musician KK Slider is here visiting Mootopia. Not only that, but Mr. Slider has graciously agreed to put on a special concert for everyone on the island. Stand by for a direct feed from the concert venue. I hope you will all enjoy the show. Hey Mootopia, it's real groovy being here today. Feels like this dream I once had when I was just a scruffy pup with a shoebox guitar. I was dreaming of heading out on my own, wandering wherever my road will take me. Dreaming of finding a magical place where cool cats like you would come together to see a stray like me. Sorry about that, I do run on. Time to get your fingers snapping. Right now, this one goes out to all you cool cats on Mootopia. I call it Welcome Horizons. Wait, where's Deli? Hold up. Thank you, KK. What an amazing song. Thank you so much. Maybe I'll catch you next time. And that, everyone, is KK Slider. Now, to question why that stool in the plaza removed Deli. Hello, Floda. Did you enjoy KK's concert? It was wonderful, wasn't it? I'm overjoyed that we can get him to play here. It's a special thing for sure. As a commemorative gift, I have his song Welcome Horizons for you. To listen to it, you'll need an item that can play music, and I do hope you have it. Oh, I have some big news too. KK is apparently very fond of our island now. He's going to perform a show here every Saturday evening from now on. It really is amazing. Mootopia was once a deserted island, but now we can host important concerts. I'm so thankful to you and everyone else on this island. I guess my getaway package idea was a... We get it, Tom Nook. You love your idea of capitalism, and you've gone so far that Isabel's hooked onto your ideas. He's also going to give me a brand new app called the Island Designer app, which is one of the main things that I've been looking forward to for this whole entire game. The app I've just sent you is called Island Designer. It's a special app for Nook Inc. that gives residents the ability to take part in boat island development. At first, you'll only have permissions to create paths, but you can use miles to access more options like different kinds of paths and permits for changing cliffs and rivers. So yeah, Tom Nook pretty much explained it himself, but now I'm able to transform the island into whatever I please, and I know exactly what to do with it. And just like any day, I decided to check my mailbox, which consisted of a Nook shopping package as well as a present from Gulliver. With that jazz out of the way, I'm finally able to play with the Island Designer app, which comes with a free construction hat. At least Tom Nook is very generous. Nonetheless, I get right to work and remove all of my custom paths because I don't think we're gonna need these modded paths anymore longer. After that, I decided to go to the Nook stop to buy the water scaping permit. It's probably the most important permit for my island because of the annoying rivers and the island inside of my island being one of the main features. So it's definitely going to help me improve these ideas and so much more. The first plan of action that I did was to get rid of the western river of my island. Yes, I'm getting rid of a whole entire river because it has been cutting the left part of my island for so long. It really isn't needed, and I could get so much more land space out of it compared to the big wide river cutting through everything and ruining the flexible layout of the town. In all, this river was just a waste of time and a waste of space and really didn't provide anything useful for me. With that out of the way, I decided to correct some janky edges on the already existing river because it was kind of unorganized and, like I said, pretty janky. Also, there was a stupid bridge in the way, and I'm definitely going to have to demolish it once I am done completing the other bridge that's currently in progress. The last major thing that I did for the day was get rid of the useless bend in the northern part of the already existing river. For some reason, I kind of dipped down south and went back up again and returned back to its normal resting position, and it was kind of wasting space. Also, I decided to expand the waterfall because I wanted to show off the only really presentable waterfall in Mootopia. After doing so much hard work on waterscaping, Hopkins decided to tell me if I liked crying. Yes, I do, but he actually was going to give me the reaction to literally cry. Nothing to cry about, I guess. What a bad pun. After that, I decided to get a moving house plot to move my own home. I decided to move my house onto the island inside of my island because that was the main thing that I wanted to do. Lastly, I decided to donate pretty much my whole bank account to the brand new Iron Bridge project, so I am able to demolish the other bridge the next day. Now for day 28. Good evening, everyone! Right now in Mootopia, it's 8:04 p.m. on Thursday, April 16th. No news to report today. Have yourselves a wonderful Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. The weekend's so close, I can almost taste it. Well then, Isabel, signing off. And what a beautiful evening it is, because now I'm finally able to look at my house on the island inside of my island, which is pretty nice. Nonetheless, I decide to open up my handy-dandy mailbox to see amazing Nook shopping packages and more gifts from friends. I also decide to head to the plaza to see what Kix was selling for the week. Unfortunately, I didn't buy anything because I didn't have much money, but those visual punk boots as well as those Zap boots were looking pretty sharp. Then I decided to roam the island, and it looked like there was a Rhino plus Hopkins party going on because there were so many villagers at this little point of the river. It was actually kind of hilarious. I also decided to visit Rooney, and you get to see his house for the first time, and he gave me a free DIY recipe for an infused water dispenser. I like it. And then I decided to buy the cliff construction permit. After that routine, I decided to attend the Iron Bridge ceremony. Woo! After the abrupt ceremony, I decided to destroy Cliff around Hippo's house. I was sick and tired of seeing the stone fence around his house, so why not make his own little island, his raised island at least. A trash island filled with trash things, so he can stay away from my villagers forever and ever. It's so genius. But in all seriousness, I decided to build some sort of representation of where I want to build the cliffs, as you can see on the left side of my island. Next up, I decided to actually go straight to waterscaping once again, but this time I wanted to demolish the annoying brick bridge that was in the way for that little tiny island inside of my island to expand. It was a little bit too small, and that bridge was just blocking the way of any, further improvements. And it's for the low, low price of 10,000 bells. And then I decided to expand the rivers to be abnormally large. Usually I wouldn't do this because, well, it just took up a ton of space, but when you're building an island, you have to have some sort of space to build with it, and it'll be complicated if there wasn't enough water. That's right, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire actually had plenty of water. Nonetheless, I decided to get rid of the little pond next to Deli's house because it was once again blocking the way for future expansion. You kind of get the point from this. Next, I decided to check on what Rudy was doing, and he actually wanted to teach me another reaction. This time he was a little bit shocked on doing so, but nonetheless, he decided to teach me the shocked reaction, which is, I don't know, I'm gonna make a bad pun, shocking. Nonetheless, I finished the little bend of the river and expansion of the river for now, and I decided to build out the island, and it might seem a little bit weird now because of all the emptiness with no trees and no landscaping, but I promise you, it grew over me the couple days, and the outcome is beautiful. After most of the construction was complete for the day, I decided to do some pathing, if that's even a word. I decided to use the brick path that I recently unlocked along Agent S and Deli's house because it's the first area that I want to develop. Now on to day 29. Hello there, everyone! Right now in Mootopia, it's 2:48 p.m. on Friday, April 17th. No breaking news today. Is it just me, or did this week fly by? I know how hard all you worked, so I hope you enjoy a well-deserved, lovely weekend. Let's get right to work, shall we? Because today is going to be a massively big project day. But first I gotta grab my Nook shopping package. And see who's in the plaza, because today, Label's in the plaza. Unfortunately, I accidentally clicked on the sure why not option and didn't participate afterwards. Nonetheless, I decided to do major construction of the island inside of my island for today. The construction came into two phases, the first phase being removing excess land area from the major landmass to allow more water to be used as a template for the bigger island space. And of course, phase number 2 is to literally expand the island inside of my island by making more land. It might seem a little bit silly that I'm removing pretty much a lot of land in this water space, even though it's already going to be land later, but it provides me more detail and an image or like a blank canvas for me to paint on. With the destruction done, I'm finally able to build out the island. This thing is absolutely ginormous, and I am sure that it's probably like 5 mini islands big. It's pretty much almost 5 times bigger. It's a big landmass, and I wanted to create it into my own space where my house is and all that other jazz. As you can see, the river almost extends all the way to the edge of the town plaza. Nonetheless, after hours of work, here is the final result. It's pretty massive, as you can see. That used to be extended landmass from the south, and now it has been formed into a big central island. But there's one thing that is making me a little bit concerned. It's that my house isn't in the center. What I did to solve this problem was use paths to create some sort of template on where my house plot should go next. I can't literally move my house directly to the right because Tom Nook and his capitalism. So I decided to move my plot somewhere else. I think it was next to Rhonda's house. But making this little path template is definitely going to help me place my new location of my house into a more permanent and central location. And to end off the day, I decided to buy a new brick bridge to connect the landmass to my island. Now to end it off with day 30. Good morning, everyone! Right now in Mootopia, it's 10:39 a.m. on Saturday, April 18th. Now for today's announcements, today we have a visitor staying at the campsite. I hope the entire island joins me in giving our guest a warm welcome, and with that, I'll get back to work supporting you in your enjoyment of our island. Oh my goodness, there's someone staying at the campsite. Halt all construction. We must see this new villager. Let's kick Hippo out now. So that's what I did, and to my surprise, this villager isn't that bad despite looking like a gummy elephant. Her name is Opal, and she is a snooty elephant villager, a type of villager which I do not have, either with species and personality, so this would be a nice snag. And even if I don't like her, at least she's better than Hippo. We'll visit her a little bit later, but then I see KK Slider setting up for his concert later this evening. He's not taking any requests, but it's still nice that he's staying all day long just to play his amazing soundtracks. Anyways, I went right into construction and decided to put my house plot where I wanted it to go onto the island, which is nice and central. After that, I decided to place the bridge in a relative location near my house, but I had other plans, so I quickly removed it afterwards. It just was not in the right location and not the right time. After that failure, I decided to go back to Opal to motivate her to move in onto my island. Currently, there are the max amount of villagers on my island, and by playing games, I'm able to invite her, and she'll randomly pick a villager to basically replace. So hopefully she picks Hippo or Broccolo, because it'll be a little bit disappointing if she doesn't. After doing a ton of card games to win useless furniture, I finally won her spade. Yeah, I guessed the correct card, and she contacted resident services to see if she can move in. Of course, there wasn't any available spaces because I had the max villagers, and I told her it's a good idea. Let's see what villager she wanted to replace, and she wanted to replace Deli, and I was kind of disappointed. So I did this again, and she didn't change her answer, so Deli was the final answer, and I am not getting rid of my favorite villager for a stupid green ugly elephant. Not like I needed you anyway. To ease my sorrow, I decided to check out what Sable was doing, and she decided to give me her own custom pattern for me to use on furniture. After that, I finally started construction on my mini island, but this time I wanted to use cliffs to my advantage. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where people's homes are on top of mountains or surrounded by mountains, and that's what I'm exactly doing here. I want to create a little grotto where my house is and where I want to store all of my valuables and have a nice place to chill. But of course, still having some sort of easy access area on the edge so I can go from one area to another instead of walking all the way around. Trust me, the idea may sound a little bit crazy, but once it's fully complete, it's going to be pretty nice. After 2 hours of hard cliff construction and perfecting as much as I could, I finally completed the grotto area. On top of the cliffs, I'm going to put tons of nature items like flowers and trees, as well as some other random signs to deliver color. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Hopefully you enjoyed. There's a lot of construction going on, but trust me, once it's all over, the island is going to look pretty beautiful. Next up is 5 stars, so hopefully we get that as soon as possible. To end off today's video, I wanted to showcase KK Slider's concert, and a tune that many people know. Anyways, I gotta play some more Animal Crossing, and I'll see you in the next video.